What's up? This your boy Static, and I'm answering questions off of Facebook. So, first question was, what is geno and pheno? What does that mean? All right, phenotype is the look of a dog. Okay, the outside of the dog is the pheno. The genotype is what's in the dog. Um, Blood, immune system, bloodlines, etc., etc. That's the difference between geno and pheno. All right, I'm trying to remember the questions. I got my computer right here, but let me see. How to pick a dog that's not human aggressive. Okay. How to pick a dog that's not human aggressive. You will need to, first of all, have a conversation with the breeder and ask them about the parents. Are the parents aggressive? How they are with people, seeing strangers, stuff like that. When you're looking at a whole litter of dogs, you want to pick the dogs that's more welcoming you. The dogs that want to come up to you by themselves. The dogs that's playful, playing with the other pups in the litter. Play with you. Say if you got a toy or rope or something and you swinging it around, if they run up to you, want to play, that's a good sign of a dog that's not human aggressive. The dog just wants to please you and be affectionate. Those are the outgoing dogs. Okay. But if you want an aggressive dog, it doesn't mean it's going to be human aggressive, but it will have more of a protective role, more of a protective aggression. So if you're looking for more of a protector in the litter, you will find the opposite. So the dog that is more laid back, the one that is not that much playful with the others, the one that is away from the pack of dogs, just want to be by itself, but keeps an eye on everything, the surroundings. Those are the more protective dogs that can be aggressive if you train it right and do work. But playful dog or aggressive dog or high drive dogs, it don't matter. You have to have obedience training with your dogs. And training starts as soon as you get the dog home, you want to start training your dogs. Okay, don't just buy pee pads in a crate, feed your dog, stuff them in the crate, they piss and shit inside the crate, and you just change the pad, put them back in there. You don't want to do that. You want to try to make a schedule. For one, a dog bladder is very weak when they're young, especially puppies. They cannot hold their bladder. So when they need to pee or poop, they're going to do it right then and there. So my suggestion is, when you feed your dogs and give them water, you need a timer. Like, you need to time it. You need to see how long does it take before they pee or poop in the house. That will give you an idea of when you should take your dog out. When you feed your dog, you should be ready to go out within 15 minutes after the puppy eats. With a collar and a leash, you want to be able to control your dog so they won't run off. Take them to areas that you don't mind them using the bathroom. Alright, if you're staying at your house and you have a fenced in yard, take the puppy all the way to the back of the yard, away from the house. Stay by the fence. As soon as the puppy uses the bathroom, pee or poop, you want to say, good boy, good girl, but more excited, like, oh, good girl, good boy. That way it'll start clicking in their head that they're doing something good. You could take treats outside, little pieces of cheese, blocks of cheese, little pieces of hot dogs or chicken, something real small, nothing big, but something real small as a treat. So as soon as you say, good boy, good girl, you give them the treat from your hand to their mouth. Alright? You work at the same time, you're building a bond with your dog at the same time. Okay? So you bring the dog back in the house, and then you continue to monitor your dog. Make sure the food and water bowl is put up out of reach of the dog so they can't go back into it where you're not looking. Okay? You want to have a routine of taking your dogs out. If you're in an apartment building or somewhere you don't have a yard, you definitely need a collar that doesn't slip over the head and a leash. You want to walk your dog, take a store bag with you. That way, if the dog shits in your neighbor yard, you got that store bag with you. You can pick up the shit and keep walking. Okay? Never let your dog just shit in somebody else's yard. People are always watching. When you think nobody's watching, somebody's watching. And then you don't want to have a neighbor that's an asshole and be like, get your damn dog off my property. Then let's say if your dog get loose or something and your dog will be in front of the yard, they might be an asshole and kick your dog or something, or won't even notify you that your dog is loose or something because the neighbor doesn't like your dog. It doesn't like that you don't pick up the dog shit after the dog shit in their yard. So be mindful of other people. Okay? Alright. Let me see what the third question was. Okay, a question is from a breeder asking what can they do to have their puppy survive. So he was explaining to me that he have extreme pocket male and an extreme pocket female. The male was 140 pounds and the female was 120. Alright, so and he tried what was it? Let me look at my computer. Yeah, he tried 3 times and the pups died. They all died. So they got stuck and died. Alright, so the problem is you have 2 extreme dogs coming together, meaning the pups were most likely to have big head and shoulders. You are most likely to have to do a C-section only because the shorter the dog is, when you have big bone, stocky bullies, the shorter you go, the more chances of you not having a natural birth. You'll have to do a C-section every time, unless you have a healthy mom and dad breeding not extreme. If they're 2 clean pockets, the chances are higher that they can deliver pups without cause. One might not make it, but you have a better chance than having 2 big ass dogs having puppies, and these puppies are too big for the female to push out naturally because everything is smaller on the female because she's more shorter. Because you gotta think about it, when you taking a big dog and you condense the dog smaller, the inside of the dog will be more smaller. It will lose space. So the puppies could end up suffocating. You might get lucky and have a litter of 4 and 2 survive. Maybe 1 survive. But when you're breeding extreme like that, it's always a chance of failure. only thing you could do in that case is either try again, but be willing to pay the C-section fee, which is between $2,500 to $8,000. Yeah, it depends on where you go. I find, well, I never had to take any of my dogs to a doctor to do a C-section. But I have partners and other dog people I talk to, and they told me that the cheaper ones are not in the city. So the ones that's like out farm areas, that's not in the city. Nothing that's local. Everything that's inside the city will be higher, basically. And then you need to have a conversation with the vets, the doctors. You need to be friends with these people because they could set you up for failure also. They could be like, all right, we could do the C-section, but she can't have no more puppies after this. Yeah, they'll try to fix your dog. You don't want somebody telling you that you can't keep using your dog to breed and try to fix your dog. You don't want to mess with a vet or a doctor like that. Okay, that will stop your whole program if you don't know what you're doing. and most of these people, they will sabotage your program by fixing your dog. Some of them will take their time doing the C-section and the puppies end up dying, but they take all the puppies out. But most of the puppies dead because they took their sweet ass time to do the C-section. So it's always a risk dealing with a dog that cannot give birth naturally. I suggested to the breeder, get a cleaner, correct dog. Get a standard female to breed your extreme male to, or get a standard male to breed to your extreme female. He wasn't trying to hear that shit. He said, "Hell no, I'm not doing that shit. I'm losing out. Look how big they are and all that shit. The puppy's gonna be big as hell." I'm like, yeah, that's the problem. The puppies are too damn big for this little ass female to be trying to push out. You have no choice but to do C-sections. So if you guys you want what you want, you gotta pay. Okay? Don't think that you're gonna put two big ass extreme pockets together and not suffer a loss. You better have that bread. You better have that schedule to take your dogs in to do a C-section. Otherwise, hey, you're gonna have a sad day. Alright, let me check out this other questions and stuff like that. Okay, the next one is about skin issues. Alright, skin issues is weak immune systems. Okay. Um, Mostly the blue dogs, lilac dogs, um, fawn dogs, merle dogs have a little bit weaker immune system. They have a diluted gene. That's why the fur is a lighter color. Like um, fawn and champagne, all that stuff come from a red dog or a brown dog. It's just a lighter shade of the color. Okay. All right. The blue is just a watered down black color. Okay. Diluted. So to better help the fur allergies, skin and coat allergies, you want to boost the immune system. So you have to feed foods that will boost the immune system. Spinach is one. Hold on, give me a second. All right. So spinach. It's a lot of beneficial factors that comes from spinach. Blueberries, strawberries, pumpkin in the can, not pie filler. Try to get just pumpkin. You also want to add coconut oil to your dog food. Maybe a teaspoon every other day. You could add olive oil, a tablespoon to your dog's food. Sauerkraut. I brought a can right here. Okay. Sauerkraut, it could be in a can like that. It could be inside of a bag, a clear bag, and it should be around the area where they sell shredded cheese, slices of cheese, yogurt. Matter of fact, plain yogurt also helps. Yeah, you want to fast your dogs also. So I suggest that with any dog breed. Fasting, it just means not feeding the dog for one day out of the week. When you fast your dogs, that is giving a body a break. So it also has to focus on breaking down the food, deciding on where to put the nutrients it'll just focus on the body itself. It'll focus on healing and getting stronger. You can give your dogs water on that day you fast also. So I don't want you guys to not feed your dog and not give them water. So pick a day. I always fast my dogs on Sunday. I feed every day except for Sunday. I've been doing this for about 35 years, something like that. What else? Yeah, so oh yeah. Also, yeah. Also feed less dog food. If you notice your dog are having fur problems. See, I'm looking all crazy, girl. Yeah, she just woke up. Got her shots today. Got 3 shots in the leg. Hold on. See? Say hi. All right. Yeah. So you want, if you're feeding 2 bowls of dog food a day, cut it down to 1 bowl of dog food. You can also add raw food to your dog food. Over time, switch to raw for a month or 2. You start seeing a difference in your dog fur. And then slowly add dog food back to it and take away the raw. And see if the hair issue comes back up. If it doesn't, fine. But if it does, it could be your dog food. That's a lot of dog food that's bad. And it'll cause your dog to have dull fur, hair patches, shed. It'll cause your dog. Okay. Dull fur. That's why I left off at. So pick a good quality dog food that has at least 2 whole meat sources in it. Try to not get a bag of dog food with the ingredients that starts off as whole corn, whole wheat, whole flour, and then it says beets, lentils, tomato paste, stuff like that. You want your bag of dog food to say whole chicken or deboned chicken, whole turkey, whole lamb, whole bison, whole fish, whole venison, whole deer, whole fish. And then it says lentils, beans, beets, tomato paste, whatever else that's in it. But you don't want your dog food to be just grains. You don't want your dog food to be all just grain. You need meat in there. So look at the ingredients, y'all. Also, some of the name brand dog foods might be too much of protein in it, and that also causes problems with your dog. Alright, when you feed too much protein, it will cause your dogs to grow faster than what they should be grown as. Okay? And only get organic coconut. Almost forgot. Having your dogs exercise, no, just your dog being in a better condition, more healthier. When you exercise your dogs, that helps with the immune system also. So take that into consideration when you just want an obese, heavy bully. Okay? Everything happens different when you add all this weight on the dog and you don't exercise your dog. Okay? Okay. How to keep your dogs from overheating when going out to shows, dog shows, or just in the park with other dogs. So what you need to do is not feed the dog that day if you're planning to go to a dog show. But beforehand, before any of that, you need to condition your dogs. You need to have them get out of breath. They need to learn how to not panic and how to recover. Then once they start getting their breath back and being regular, then give them water. Okay? You want to intensify the walks. Walk a little farther than what you usually walk your dogs. If you're not walking your dogs at all, that's bad on you. You're causing harm to your dogs. Walking is the most simplest thing you can do to help your dogs manage their weight and their ability to be able to go out to shows and stuff like that. By you just keeping the dog in the kennel or chained up and giving them all this food, not letting the dog run around, chase the ball, or play with other dogs that's in your yard, you're stopping the dog progress. The dog body don't know how to regulate itself. So the body needs to know where to send the extra protein and nutrients throughout the body. That's why you need to let your dogs be dogs. Let them have fun. Fetch, walk your dogs, chase the ball, stuff like that. Alright, okay, so once you got all that taken care of, and your dog is somewhat conditioned, it can handle the heat, handle the pressure of being around other dogs and people. You want to be prepared. You want to have plain Pedialyte available for the dog to drink. You want to have lemon. Either you cut a lemon up and squeeze it into the water bowl, or let the dog drink the water, or you can buy the lemon bottles and squeeze some into the water. That lemon will help clear out the mucus that's in the dog's throat and nose. It will allow the dog to breathe better. Pedialyte is just like Gatorade, so for people. So it brings in the electrolytes. The dog lost electrolytes. The Pedialyte will help the dog recover. Do not ever put cold water on your dogs when they're overheating. You can put ice on like a big dry towel, beach towel, and let it melt on the towel, and then wring the towel out, and then put the towel on top of the dog so that cool air could hit the dog. Or you could have a bucket of ice in front of the dog, so when the air blows, it blows cool air to the dog nose, and they start breathing cooler air, and that help them body temperature go down. That's how you help your dog from overheating. Never put cold ice on your dog or cold water. You put your dogs in a cold tub of water or a swimming pool of water. The dogs will go into shock. They'll shake, have seizures, and then they can die because you shock the body. You don't want to do that. Okay? Alright, keep your dogs out of direct heat. Let them stay in a shady area. It's more cooler. Okay? Alright, I'll make another video. I'm gonna go through my my messages and see what else I can answer for you guys. But if this is your first time watching the video and you like what I am bringing to you guys, subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell. If you got friends or you know somebody that need advice or tips, share my videos with them. And don't forget to hit the thumbs up because you like it. If you want to talk shit, leave a comment and I'll get back with you. But anyway, Vanguard Kennels, have a good day.